Blitz changes Scrabble completely. You're not tracking, you're barely even keeping track of score, and the whole point of the game is really just to always be one step ahead. You can't rest on your opponent's turn. You need to be thinking of all the possibilities. And the player who wins the Blitz game is the player who can see the most possible futures before they even happen. If you aren't planning ahead, you aren't going to win. We have some great players here to play. We have Shan, Abbasi, and Morris Greenberg up here. And I think, I'm not sure how much money is on the table for this one. I'm not sure if there is, but I think we're going to have a great game.
I'm looking forward to a fast but fun game.
And Sean actually isn't in the tournament, so he's joining just for this round. So we have 5 minutes on the clock, and we are going to jump into this. And we do have stakes. We have $2 a piece. So there is money on the table. We have some exciting games come down, and we are starting off. The clock is already ticking, and look at how fast those tiles are being drawn. Now, Cherish, what do you see? What's the first thing that pops out to you?
I don't know. I feel like getting at the OI, possibly even just exchanging.
Yeah, this is the nightmare rack to see in a Blitz game. There's no clear fives. There's nothing that you can drop to clear off your points. This is the type of play where you really need to calculate. So I think in a position like this, you just want to exchange or play something quick and hope you'll draw better next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And moving over to Morris, he has drawn 6 more vowels, or 6 more consonants, including the Q, but it's equipped with the U.
Hey, yeah.
Wow, that's a clever play, just extending WG. And we're going to be running through this, so I'm going to go as quick as I can. Rashawn is going to drop down Zhao for a nice 20-something points. These scores might be a little hard to keep track of, but Morris is these plays are going incredibly quick.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Proviso coming down by Sean, which is going to be a double-double and give him at least 90 points there. Hooking on to Sook by Morris, who has unfortunately drawn 2 A's and 2 E's. Now, it's not the worst thing to see, and I bet you he's looking for something to go from that V to the triple word score.
Yeah, I think, Viri looks pretty nice.
Viri comes down, it scores well. I'm going to see if I can follow along with this board with the analyzer and try to keep up with it. But for now, you're going to have Cherish on analysis.
I feel like at this point, Morris is a little, he has only A's, 2 N's. Fortunately, he doesn't have Caravan. He's going to play Varna, which opens the board, gets rid of everything. And he has, Tolerant. Nice bingo. As you can see, they don't really care about orientation of their tiles. They're just really trying to play as quickly as possible. Morris has 2 U's. He could be looking, I don't know, there's Voln.
All right, I'm back. Yes, Tolerant is going to come down, which is a great play. As Sean is in the lead, he's dropped down 2 bingos so far, but Morris is keeping up. Sorry, the score's updated. Morris is down 110, but there is possibility here. His best play is really needs to get rid of the C, the U, the L, and the Y, and he has a really nice play to do that with Curly. But in this position, he might be a little bit hyper-focused on that left V because there's so many options or it seems like there should be a lot of options to the triple. Something like Voln could come down, and I think it would make a lot of sense. Instead, Null will come down. What do you see for Sean here?
I think he's done. Yeah, I think he's playing Nibbled, which is an amazing play. It's a quick find. His time. Look at his time. He's playing extremely quickly and accurately too.
Yeah, he's honestly putting on a masterclass right now. He's playing great. Morris has a great play, a power 5 of Unkoi, but he's going to play a nice play to clean up all those extra vowels of Guaco, which makes sense in this position. Honestly, Blitz is often about fishing until you see a really nice rack and taking the crucial time to turn that nice rack into points when you can.
Simply fetid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with three T's and with three E's and two T's, he's gonna play fetid, which is his best play. It's interesting. He could have just thrown down an extra T for enough extra couple of points for fetid, um,
Could have
but
been
this
just
makes sense as
Russians though.
well.
Yeah.
hmm And moving over to Morris, he has the really nice overlaps of annoy on top of fetid. I wonder if you'll see it putting that Y onto the triple letter score. Keeping track of your power of the power spots on the board is so important when you're playing Blitz.
Yeah. And he hits back with ticks for a lot of points. I mean,
Oh, it's the dream to be able to just drop an X in an easy spot like that. Very little thinking. Um, oh, and I've just been informed that the reason that Morris didn't make a play last turn is that he challenged fetid, um, which is gonna set him back a little bit. Um, Now we're gonna see Ya come down. He had the ability to add an N to the front of that, and maybe we'll see that come into the future with Nya.
I feel like
But
this is
for
the
right
first time
now,
Sean is really taking his time to like look at his plays.
hmm and he's making. Oh, that's interesting. He played ET without realizing that he could throw his M in front for Met for just a couple extra points. But ET is nice. It's gonna really close down the board here and make it hard for Morris to come back. It's gonna clean up his rack as well.
And he's gonna play Semitic. Mm-hmm.
Wow. And I really like what Sean is doing here. He's doing a classic um, blitz player move of you know what you're going to where you're going to play before you know what you're going to play, because often the idea of like this is the best spot on the board is um, is very
I think
clear. So for example, he put the S down before he even knew that he had the bingo Semitic. But moving over to Morris, he's going to take advantage of the yaw with the N hook I said before to play reading, which is a great play. And a quick update on scores. It is currently 440 to 281 by my calculations. Although I think we might have a little bit of a disparity. It might be 434 to 292. It's a close game. I mean, sorry, it's not a close game. Sean has been putting on a master class and finding some absolutely great plays. And they both honestly still have enough time on their clock to move into this end game with some strategy. And I like to see these players talking and having a good time. Blitz really, it doesn't have necessarily the same level of seriousness as longer form Scrabble, and I think it's really nice when players are able to keep up that rapport and keep up some banter while they play. As Sean drops down 0 for another 30 points.
apparently they're discussing how Semitic might be a Fodi word.
I'm pretty sure Semitic is good, right? Oh no, it's not a word. Only miscite is in there.
I'm gonna have to
Yes,
chat
well
some.
done, chat is calling it out. It seems like something I would have played without thinking about it. Although I think I probably would have played miscite without realizing that I had found Semitic. But if I did find Semitic, I would play it without a second thought. And this is great. I love Blitz. I really love the chaos that comes from it. This board is so alive. There's so many things that can go on right now. And Morris is playing really smart here. He's setting himself up for some possible futures. Just playing Rhea because he knows he has that S and he can take advantage of it in the future. I think I'm missing what his last two tiles are.
I think it's an IA because he's playing Rhea.
Yes. Um, yeah, Rhea going down two ways. I guess they're both learning from each other. Um, as Morse plays down Friars with a Weedings, which I'm not sure is good. I might need a check on that. What do you think, Cherish?
I think, I mean, at this point, it's not worth challenging, but if this were a slower game, I would definitely. If this were a slower
No,
and
yeah,
faster game,
it isn't good, alas. But State comes down, which is a great play. It's gonna score a lot of extra points and quickly end out this game. Um, and I think that's the end of it at 434 to 325 with 10 seconds on the clock for Morris and 30 seconds for Sean. Um, this is all you could possibly hope for from a Blitz game. big explosions, great plays, Proviso coming down for 100 and something, um, phonies all over the place, and phonies being caught and challenged. Well, I hope you all enjoyed Blitz. It's a little bit chaotic to commentate, but it is personally my favorite version of Scrabble.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing these words come down like in the blink of an eye. I mean, before we even saw all the letters in like Proviso, he had already put it down. Like that was like amazing. Just the speed at which these players find and play these words.